Hi everybody, welcome to another little brief training session. Today I'm going to cover the compendium that you all received in your packet. Also just very briefly about the holy water that you also received there. So with the compendium, what the compendium is, it's a summary. It's a summary of the catechism. The Catechism of the Catholic Church, that's what this is right here. Gives us all the definitive teachings of the church. And this in itself is a summary. It's a summary of our faith. It's not covering absolutely every little point about our faith. But this is really essential. And so the compendium goes hand in hand with it. It's a summary of points from the catechism. Now with the Project Nazareth, when you receive those emails, with each lesson, they will cite certain points from the catechism. And I encourage you to read those points in the catechism. So you just have to click on those points, and it will take you to a website that gives you those particular points to read. But we also want to give you this because this does a great job summarizing those particular points. Now, how to use it, it's pretty self-explanatory. In the compendium, just like the catechism, there's four main parts to it. The first part is on the creed. The second part is on the sacraments. The third part is on the moral life. The fourth part is on prayer. Now, in this, when you see those points in the catechism, how to find those points in the compendium is pretty simple once you see it. So what you do is inside here, here's the first teachings of the compendium. You'll see here in the column, the margin, you see these numbers. These are the numbers for the catechism. So that's the one you're finding cited in the Project Nazareth program. So it says catechism points, whatever, 1 through 32. And so you can look it up in here and be several pages that you'll have those points. But in here, you just look up and it'll give you whatever, like for these ones, citing points, 27 to 30, 44 to 45. It's all summarized in one point. So it's put in terminology that's a little easier sometimes to understand than some of the points in the catechism. So it's great to have both, and we encourage you to use both. But when you're looking for just a real succinct point, you want to use the compendium. That's why we gave it to you. And so that's simply how you use it. Hopefully you find that an easy instruction for you with it. Also in the compendium, it's pretty handy in the back. They have a list of prayers after the main points of the catechism. It also has kind of lists of different aspects of our doctrine of faith. For example, the list of the 10 Commandments, the list of the Beatitudes, the theological virtues, the cardinal virtues. So it has a nice kind of succinct little summary in that way in the back. And then the final pages has an index. So if you want to look something up outside of the times that you're using Project Nazareth, if you want to look up, all right, what are some points about the Holy Spirit? You go in the index, you look up Holy Spirit, and then it'll tell you where to find those main teachings with it. Okay, another thing that you received in your packet is the holy water. And so as you can see, the little container that we gave you is filled with holy water already. And the purpose of it, holy water is a sacramental. It's not a sacrament, but it's sacramental. And the church gives us many different sacramentals. They're a means to just help strengthen us as we continue to grow and live our faith. They're not Christ himself, but they're aids. And so holy water is one of those great aids that the church has given, that God really gives to us. And so what a lot of people do with holy water is, especially at night, a lot of times people go into, in their own room, they might take a little bit, they'll bless themselves with the holy water. They might go to their kids' rooms before the kids go to sleep. They may do a little bit of dab, you just squeeze out a little bit, a little water comes out, and the kids bless themselves when they go to bed. Or some people even do a little sprinkle, maybe just 3 or 4, just like in their kids' room. And it really does help us to be mindful of the presence of God. It's as sacramental. It is giving us certain strength and aid. I know from my own family, this is something my dad used to do every night. We do our prayers, sometimes with my mom, sometimes with my dad, or some of the older ones, we just do our prayer on our own. But he would always come through at night and just say, hey, you want a little holy water? I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, Dad. And bless ourselves. He would sprinkle the room. And I'm certain it had a big effect on our home life because it always had a sense of good night's sleep, a good peace about the home, a sense of presence of God, even though we weren't a perfect family. We were still sinners like everyone else. But it's a handy little thing. Now, when you run out, it's very simple. When you go to the church in the main entranceway, it's called the narthex area, that area where people sometimes gather. When you come in the doors, in that main entranceway, you look to your immediate right and you see this silver container. And it's got a little kind of spout on it. And all you do is on the top here, you just gotta pop off the little cover. You put this under the spout, push the button, the water goes into it. Sometimes this is about the same size, so sometimes the water might pour a little bit over it, but that's okay. And then just put your little stopper back in and you're good to go. And anyway, so hopefully you find that a helpful little thing to have in your home to help kind of foster that sense of presence of God as you're fostering that domestic church. And that's all. Hope everyone has a great day. God bless.